Hello, I am Chris Pickard, Director of Body Imbalance in Hertfordshire, and we look after people's health actually worldwide. People don't have to come to the clinic in order to get help, which you're about to find. Now, the chances are that if you're watching this video, you're already coming to the clinic already, or you've been referred by someone who thinks that we can help you because we've already helped them. The main things that we seem to really be helping people with these days are pain, brain fog, fatigue, and an inability to lose weight. Those seem to be the main 4 problems that we're dealing with on a daily basis. So if you're looking to gain energy, you want more confidence, you want to be able to move, play your favourite sport, or maybe you just want to run faster, lift heavier weights, improve your general life ability, then we can help. I mean, specifically, this has happened at least twice, well, it's already happened twice this year. People have lost 20 pounds in just 3 months. Knee arthritis. This program that I'm going to be talking about has seemed to had amazing effects on that, even though we actually haven't addressed the knee or mobility in any specific way. You'll learn more as we go through this. So these are just some of the results that you can expect. Less pain, more energy, weight loss. So what's this all about? Well, a friend of mine a number of years ago was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Now, I didn't know her at this point. Okay, I only know with the happy ending. She was given 18 months to live tops. There was nothing that could be done in this country for her. And her partner, very wise man, a guy named Pete Cohen. Some of you may remember him from GMTV. He's been a life coach on TV. He's worked with many Olympic stars, UK stars as well. So he was told that what you've got to do is you've got to find people that have maybe survived this and find out what they did and copy them. And they found that there was a doctor in America that could actually treat this. And so they went and they had the treatment. But the problem is the cancer came back. She then had more treatment and it came back again. And it was then that she met a guy called Dr. Bob Rakowski, who does what I now do. And he introduced her to what are called the Magnificent 7 health strategies. Because he said to her, look, the problem is you're getting the cancer cured, but what's happening is your body, what you are doing to your body to cause the cancer is still there. We need to change you, not treat the cancer. So she had the cancer treated again, but what she did this time is she went and developed and implemented the Magnificent 7 healing strategies, which are thinking right, eating right, drinking right, moving right, sleeping right, talking right. And we're talking about not just how you talk and communicate on the outside, but we're also talking about cellular communication, which is critical for cancer and energy and pain and losing weight. And then the final thing, which is so often the hidden cause of so many problems, is what Dr. Bob Rakowski calls poop right, which refers to the whole detoxification process. So it's talking about not just what's happening with your bowels, it's talking about what's happening with your liver, your kidneys, your skin. You get rid of a lot of toxins through your skin when you sweat. So this is the framework that we put together, okay, to help people. Unfortunately, I found there was a problem with just teaching the Magnificent 7. What I needed to do was I actually needed a way to teach it in a way that it could be implemented by people. And I'll get back to this in a moment. First of all, I want to cover some of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're trying to regain their health. Excuse me while I look at my notes. I just want to make sure I cover everything for you. Okay. The main one is the fact that they focus on just one thing. They may think that everything's caused by emotional upset. Now, it's true, a lot of cancer, for instance, has actually been linked back to some kind of emotional trauma. Again, emotions and stress can cause almost any symptom or problem in your body. There are also a lot of people that think that poor nutrition, is the root cause of everything. In fact, what are called the Copenhagen Consensus found that of all the strategies that could be implemented around the world to actually make people healthier, it's actually implementing nutrition. We're talking about supplementation. It was a 17-to-1 ratio of 1 to 17. So for every $1 they spent, they say we'll save 17, which is much more cost effective than medicine or anything else that could be done. So anyway, that's besides the point. I'm trying to say that so many people think, okay, it's the mental stuff, or it's the emotional stuff, or it's the nutritional stuff, or it's the exercise stuff, and that's what they focus on. But really, it's about getting everything right. And so I like to bring in the analogy of a house. Okay, a house, it's a floor, it's a ceiling, it's all the walls, and it's the roof as well. And it's also all the wiring and the plumbing, everything that goes into it. It's not just about the walls, it's not just about the ceiling, it's not just about the roof. The whole lot has to hold together in order to make it not just a shelter, but a home. And if you're just looking after nutrition or emotions or movement, you're not looking after the whole house, the whole well-being. So you can still feel dry, you can look after just one thing all you want, but if you're not looking after everything, which is what the Magnificent Seven does, that's when you start to get massive changes. Okay, otherwise you're just going after potluck. So that's one of the biggest mistakes. There are also two huge myths. Now the first myth I've alluded to already a little bit is supplementation. So many people think that they can be ultimately healthy and they can be as healthy as they need to be without supplements. Unfortunately, in this day and age, the food that we have is so depleted in nutrition that people today only have about a 10th or even a 20th of the nutrition that a Victorian would have had in Victorian England over 100 years ago. Okay, it's ridiculous. The nutritional content of food the Victorians was eating was far higher than ours is now. And there's all kinds of evidence that shows this, and there's also a lot of evidence that says that in the Victorian age, if you got to the age of 5, then your life expectancy was the same as is today. It's only because of the huge childhood mortality that the average age was so low. Anyway, you can go and look that up if you want to, but I assure you, according to the evidence that I've seen, it's true. What we do definitely know is the nutritional content of our food has gone down and down and down and down and down, and today hardly anybody is getting everything they need from a balanced diet, because doctors don't even know what a balanced diet is. So why would the general population? We don't. You don't. However, functional medical doctors, functional nutritionists, and a lot of other people have really done a lot of research, and we know what we need to do. So, and one of them is, you do need to supplement unless you're growing your own fruits and vegetables all year round and you're picking everything fresh and it's organic. Now, there's also something else that actually adds to that burden, which actually increases our need for nutrition far beyond what we did, and that's toxicity. That's another story, and that's something else I cover when I teach the Magnificent Seven in the way that I teach it. Now, the other big myth about health and well-being is that if you feel fine, there's nothing wrong and you don't need to change. Unfortunately, this is pretty much how everybody feels until they're diagnosed, or until they start having symptoms and they're diagnosed with diabetes, which they must have had for years before they had symptoms, or arthritis, which they must have had years before they had symptoms, or heart disease, which they must have had for years before they had symptoms, or the cancer that's about to kill them, which they must have had for years before it was diagnosed. All of the chronic health problems in the West are lifestyle problems that start long before you actually feel bad. Feeling fine and thinking you don't need to change is one of the biggest myths there is when it comes to health. You need to change now, otherwise you're going to end up like 97% of the population, which is cancer, heart disease, diabetes, dementia. All of these problems, they are starting now, long before you actually feel or realise there's a problem. Everything has to be worked out proactively, unfortunately. So I mentioned 97%, okay, and that means that only 3% of the population really get to actually get the health goals that they want. And in fact, that's actually seen sweepingly across all of health. If say people want to lose weight or they want to just have more energy, only 3% of people who say they have a health goal ever reach it, because people need support, they need direction, okay? Now, just looking at my notes again. So if you are someone that understands that really it's all about self-health, self-responsibility for your health, if you want to achieve everything you want to, if you want to make sure that your health doesn't break down, maybe you've got a great mission in life, maybe you want to play with your grandchildren, or even just play with your children, but you can't because you haven't even got enough energy to keep up with your children, let alone grandchildren when that comes along. Okay? Maybe you want to be able to volunteer your time to help other people. You realise that you've got to look after yourself first so that you can look after everybody else. So if you want more from your body, more from your mind, more from your health, I have something for you. So you may be wondering, how are you going to implement all of these Magnificent 7 yourself? Well, it's taken me so far 22 years to come up with this and to learn everything. I've spent possibly £100,000 or more learning all of this. And if I were to actually teach you one-on-one and actually go through a proper coaching course, it would take about 9 months to a year, and this will cost anything from £1,000 to £7,000 depending on exactly what level of coaching you want. Now, a lot of people aren't ready to invest that, which is why I put together a course originally called the Magnificent 7 in order to help the Magnificent 7 health strategies in order to help people. But I found there was a problem, and that was people were not implementing. So I went away and I learned how to put these things together in a way that provides an experience that allows people to actually implement the strategies that they need to do. And I put together a course, okay, called the Anti-Aging Health Lab, 7 weeks to a younger you. And for 7 weeks, we actually implement strategies, how to literally defy aging. I teach you the things you need to do that you can actually put in place that are actually going to change the way you eat, the way you move, the way you think, so that by the end of it, if you keep on applying these strategies in as little as 3 to 6 months, you could feel 10 to 20 years younger. Now, I'm not just saying this, okay? I have evidence to back this up, that these strategies work, because they're not strategies that I've made up. These are strategies that are well documented, and just one of them could actually do that. So if you would like clear steps rather than spend a lot of time and confusion trying to figure out what's going on and where to go, if you'd like clear steps so that you can get to the point where you can energize your mind, your body, your cells and your soul, then this is for you. If you want to think more, be more, and achieve more, so that we can bring you back to the level of health where you want to be, and actually go beyond that as well, because these strategies I use myself to keep every year getting younger and younger in how I feel, how I can act, how I can do things, because I find people older than me that are younger than me, and I learn their strategies and I find out what the science is and I implement it and I'm bringing it to you. So if you would like to know more about the Anti-Aging Health Lab, just email me if I emailed you this video, or you can call us on 01707 662 704, or you can go to my website, thepainreliefcentres.co.uk, or bodyimbalanceuk.com. You'll end up in the same place, and there'll be a menu bar at the top. One that says get healthy, and it will take you to a page that tells you more about the Anti-Aging Health Lab. So why should you do this now? Well, it's because every day that you wait is every day that you're going towards the 97%. You're building up more toxins, more cells are getting sicker, you're getting closer to those problems. You want to start taking action now, because every day matters, okay? And it's safe for you, because with this course, which is just a fraction of my normal consulting and coaching fee, there's a money back guarantee as well. So that if after 7 weeks of going through this, you think it's not worth what you were charged, you can have your money back. Okay, but you have to prove that you've gone through the steps as well, because part of this is there's a tracking document for you to fill in, and you actually have to produce it. And if you've done everything and ticked all the boxes and done all the right things, and you're not feeling any younger, any better, any healthier, or you're not feeling that you are going in the right direction, you get your money back. It's as simple as that. Okay, so email me, call me. I'm here to help, and I want you to live young and prosper. I'm a bit of a geek as well, so if you've watched Star Trek and you know live long and prosper, I actually prefer live young and prosper. Be well.